Hey guys, what is going on? My name is NoahJ456, and this is going to be my first second time watching this trailer. The first time I watched it was in an elevator going up on very poor connection, so this is basically going to be my first time ever watching this Call of Duty trailer, showing off Infinite Warfare and the Call of Duty Remastered. It's going to be lit, and we're going to be kind of just talking through my live reactions and everything like that of the gameplay on kind of my second time going through it. So, the very first thing you notice about this is that it's kind of like there's a completely separate area where you can just walk through the game and start the missions and everything like that, at least in this one in particular. Now, this may as well be the just kind of base of operations or something along those lines, where you just kind of start each mission, or this is just this very specific mission where you go. It's not really confirmed or anything like that, but we'll just have to see moving forward and checking out the next time we get some gameplay, because again, this is just campaign gameplay. Multiplayer is not going to be for a long time, and this is all we're gonna have to go with for a few little bits. But as you can see here, we kind of have this this HUD. We're not really sure what exactly this thing does, but it seems like you can kind of analyze, you can check out, you can go to different areas of the solar system even, and move around and get all this different information, and kind of use this as you're fighting back against the bad guys that are in this campaign. We actually haven't got a whole lot of storyline information or anything like that just yet, but this is going to be a good look at our first ever campaign kind of gameplay that isn't just in a trailer form or anything. It's going to be the first time we actually look at it. So as you can see, our pilot is booting this thing up, being given his helmet, and it seems like the protagonists, the people you're playing with, are actually kind of organized. And nothing's like in an array. It's just all perfectly set up. Everything's pretty normal, and it's kind of like a base of operations that you're going to go out from. And obviously, this is going to be our first ever Jackal gameplay. And I don't know how I feel just yet about the space fighting and everything like that. I usually don't like kind of flying games or anything like that. So again, this is just going to be campaign. I strongly doubt that there's going to be anything in multiplayer, which is what I care about, or again with zombies, that has anything to do with flying. So it's not going to really be a huge point for me. Not something I enjoy a lot. But as far as things go, it does look pretty darn cool. The tracking systems, it looks like there is a lot going on, and hopefully they do a pretty good job of allowing you to kind of keep your grounds and your area where you wanna be going, because it seems like, at least in this gameplay, it's just completely free-for-all. Like, you just kind of fly around, you find someone to kill, you chase them down until they die, and boom, bada boom, you're good there, and you move on to the next area. Again, this mission does look like it's cut up in a way that it's not very fluid. Obviously, it's just kind of skipping out on a lot of the actual fighting and the fighting through different areas until the next kind of what you need to do comes out. And I mean, that's fine. It's good enough, but this is the interesting part. This is the part that I actually love about the trailer. As you can see, not only are we just jumping out of our plane in zero gravity, or not necessarily zero gravity, but very low gravity. We're just straight up jumping out of our plane, and it really is kind of like this seamless combat experience in Switch, where you're in the plane, you're dogfighting, and then whenever it's time to hop out and shoot some baddies on the ground, you can go ahead and do that. So as you can see, that is the first look at any equipment that we have got so far. That seemed to be kind of like a tracking grenade or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how to mention that, but basically you throw this grenade and it locks onto a person, sticks onto them, and then just explodes them. And the other ability that we can see being used a whole lot is the grapple hook. And again, that looked like more of a concussive blast, this other grenade that you just got to look at, that kind of blasted all these guys out and made them kind of be floating away. And again, we saw this before, but there's a couple different execution techniques and everything like that you can use with the grapple hook if you actually grapple onto an enemy. And again, you're not going to want to do this in a huge group of enemies, because you're going to be pretty left out in the dark and not able to do anything. But again, this is just that classic COD cinematic, showing off what's happening, and then being able to just do some sort of prompt and then have like a cool entry. Again, nothing too new or special there, but as you can see, it does seem like zero gravity and zero gravity fighting is going to be a part of this game. This is something else that a lot of people were kind of wondering about. It seems like you will be able to kind of transfer from fighting outside to fighting in this very small kind of area that has zero gravity as well. It's not all going to be straight up boots on the ground per se. It is going to be kind of like just a very vertical type gameplay. And I think you're gonna see something like this in just a second, which is pretty darn cool. One of my my favorite grenade type things that I've seen so far. It seems to be an anti-gravity grenade, where every single person in this radius actually just started floating up in the air, allowing you to take out some really easy shots. And again, the other ability that we see here is the shield, which I'm not sure what buttons he's pushing to actually get some of these here, because it seems like he has more equipment per kind of like anything that we've seen in each one of these shots. He has kind of multiple types of grenades and multiple types of other things. And what you saw just there was another kind of new feature. If you get meleeed, it's not just like you take damage and you keep running. It's actually a little animation, and I assume if he hadn't hit the right button there, he actually would have died or just taken more damage or gotten very hurt, and maybe had to restart the level or something like that. So now whenever you get meleeed, you actually have a chance to kind of fight back. So again, this is kind of what I was talking about with that experience of being in tight quarters, and then all of a sudden it goes to 0 gravity again, and you kind of have to maneuver with that. And I actually really like this. I think the grapple hook is going to be a fantastic addition to this game, and the ability to kind of move around and not be so like stuck floating in 0 gravity. So I thought that was really cool, and just this entire mission, it doesn't really give like a whole lot of context with like where this is in the actual storyline, like if this is a later on mission, if this is a very early on mission. But that was it, and then we get the thing that the chat started going crazy for, and calling out Call of Duty was saved. This is the COD 4 part of the trailer, and this really is the moment where you can see just how good this game looks. I mean, Call of Duty 4, for the time period that it was released, which was a lot of years ago, looked absolutely stellar. But that first shot of the all gillied up mission just gave me goosebumps. One of my favorite, like if not my favorite mission of any game of all time. And it was just awesome to see that thing in brand new, just high definition and everything like that. And then we get a couple of different shots of our guys going around. And I wanted to talk a little bit about something we actually get on the end screen. It says if you basically pre-order this game, and obviously the PlayStation is going to have the advantage on the DLCs and everything like that. If the PlayStation gets the Call of Duty 4 campaign 30 days early, and we're not exactly sure if this just means that Xbox is not going to have the campaign for the for COD 4 right off the bat, or it's going to basically come out 30 days early, which would be I would absolutely love that if I could play the COD 4 campaign before Infinite Warfare even came out, because if I could play the campaign before Infinite Warfare came out, it would kind of let me focus more on Infinite Warfare. But we'll see what happens with that. But that was the entire Call of Duty reveal for E3 2016 and the PlayStation press conference. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, go ahead and leave a like, and obviously I'll be going back and breaking this down much more in depth, because this was just kind of like an initial run through, and I'm actually at E3 right now, so I can't do it just a super detailed breakdown. But hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, go ahead and leave a like. I will see you all in the next video, and goodbye.